What's going on with this crypto market? Well, first let's look at some on-chain metrics of Bitcoin. You can just see that we have had absolutely massive realized losses, just like every other massive bottom in Bitcoin's history. Is the capitulation peaking? This comes from Plan C on Twitter. You can just see how we've hit a massive level, and now we may be just in the bottoming out process. You take the massive realized losses up front, shake out everyone, and then you have these final little shakeout legs, and it bottoms, and it goes back up over time. And so let's just take a look at where people's heads are at right now. This is 90-day position change, deeply negative, deeply short. Obviously, whenever you are doing the opposite of what the market does, and when it's at these extremes, you do extremely well. And so here we have massive selling, but obviously an incredible buying opportunity. Same thing here. Last time it was deep red. Well, here it's at an all-time high in terms of negativity. Could this be a long-term buying opportunity? It very well may be. Let's just take a look at the health of the network, the growth of the network. This is a chart of the number of unique people specifically mentioning and talking about Bitcoin on social media. Very small now, but just making higher and higher lows over time. And so when you're investing in revolutionary technology, you want it to be a massive network with exponential growth, just like Amazon. Let's take a look at Amazon's chart because this stuff plays out very similarly when you're investing in revolutionary tech. So this is a chart of Amazon, right? It looks exactly like a lot of cryptos today. We had the massive pump in 2021 and now a massive sell-off. Now, a lot of people here are very negative, wondering why it keeps going down. And that's fine. That's the psychological game the market is playing. But look at what happens over time. In all reality, this is what's going to happen to crypto. It's going to take some time, right? So there's all this fluctuations, people get shaken out, but over time, this big pump in 2021 for crypto starts to look smaller and smaller. Just over time, you get this life-changing return, but along the way, it's rocky. But yes, that is absolutely what happens when you make a strategic investment in disruptive technology. So let's look at some of these revolutionary assets that are way more early stage than Bitcoin and are selling off just as hard. So we have this 7-day active addresses by blockchain. BNB absolutely dominating Ethereum. It's a fraction of the market cap of Ethereum's valuation, but BNB has more active addresses by almost double, and so absolutely huge for BNB. Then you have Polygon, Ethereum. Ronin is the side chain of Axie Infinity, so that game's still healthy. Then you have Avalanche, Arbitrum, Phantom hanging in there, beating Optimism. 78,000 active addresses is pretty healthy. Optimism is getting a lot of hype, but good for Phantom. This does not include all layer 1 solutions, just the ones they chose, but very insightful when looking at how BNB is undervalued compared to a lot of these others. Now here's an update on exchange tokens, absolutely massive. FTX grew revenue 1,000% during the crypto craze, leaked financial shows. They turned $90 million of revenue in 2020 into $1 billion last year. So how do you get exposure to the massive upside and growth of the FTX exchange? It's with the FTX token, just like the BNB token gives you exposure to Binance and the Crow token gives you exposure to Crypto.com. Really revolutionary to be a part of these massive networks. We will stay on top of this market.